Hi. Hi. Hi.
Yeah,
Hi.
I know, Max. The intro is really important, but couldn't we just start off by showing him the video of Electionville?
Hi. My name is Max Valentine. The concept of Electionville was born about 15 years ago, when the Swedish associations for municipalities and regions came to us and asked for a comprehensive study material for schools due to the upcoming elections. We are a small communications agency working on interactive methods and experience-based learning. And we thought that democracy, that is something that is better taught by doing it rather than reading about it. And thus, Electionville was born.
Hi, my name is Gustav Edman, and I'm also part of Fabel. So, why does bureaucracy need games? Well, we'll get to that, but first we want to stay a short while in Electionville. Electionville is a fictional city in the form of an educational board game where participants take on roles as local council members. They have to struggle with the difficult decisions to take resources from certain areas in order to strengthen others. To succeed, they need to form coalitions and negotiate. The game is engaging and fun in itself, but the main goal of Electionville is to educate on how democratically run institutions actually work. The floor game version of Electionville was primarily intended for individuals aged 15 to 24, but it has proven suitable for many other target groups. The board game works as a physical departure point from which you can build different learning contexts. We have over the years made several such adaptations for different countries and different challenges.
Right now I'm in Ankara, Turkey, working on a Turkish adaptation of the game. The Turkish society has a high voter turnout in elections, but a low trust in public institutions. This situation makes it really hard to have meaningful dialogues that can evolve society even on minor issues. The crucial input from civil society to political leaders have gone silent due to the distrust. One adaptation here is to simulate the connection between civil society and the political leadership. The adaptation to Turkey, however, is very different to the one we made in Ukraine.
In fall of 2023, we started making an adaptation of Electionville to Ukraine. We traveled the country and met with local mayors, civil servants, both on the local level, but also at, for example, the Ministry for Decentralization. One of many urgent issues in Ukraine is to strengthen the municipalities to take on responsibilities as part of the decentralization politics that have been initiated in 2014. One of the goals with this is to increase the resilience of society. Just a few weeks ago, we had trainings for game masters in Kiev. And these 32 game masters will run different kinds of versions of Electionville all over Ukraine during 2024. And so often, a good collaboration is key. In Ukraine, we collaborate with the Ukrainian Library Association, and we're also supported by the Nordic Council of Ministers.
Electionville wouldn't have been possible without the partners we have teamed up with over the years. First out was the Swedish Association for Municipalities and Regions that ensured that every second classroom in Sweden's elementary schools got their hands on this game. And then in 2020 we teamed up with the Swedish Institute that ensured that this is now a game that can be played at any of the Swedish embassies around the world. And during the pandemic we made a digital version to make sure that you could play around with democracy even in a time of isolation. And at the moment, we are teaming up with the Daktilo 1984, a Turkish NGO, and the municipality of Ankara to adapt it to the situation here.
So back to the question, why does bureaucracy need games? Well, games and game mechanics are powerful tools when it comes to innovation and improved learning. Games capture attention and can make learning more enjoyable. Since game-based learning often involves simulations, interactive scenarios, and problem-solving activities that mimic real-life challenges, you can learn through doing rather than passively receiving information. It's a safe space for employees or citizens to tackle situations that might be controversial or hard to solve, for example, as the situation we are seeing in Turkey. In games, failure is a part of the process rather than a negative outcome. If you're a big organization struggling to tackle digital challenges, like the example here, a game can make you step outside the traditional boxes. And games can be used in many different ways and situations. This example is a real-time simulation for architects to see what central values concerning public safety issues are being prioritized during budget cuts. If you want even more engagement and understanding of complex topics, you can go all in and make real-time simulation, as seen here, where people are forced to flee Sweden and becoming refugees in Fabel's interactive theaters, a journey like no other.
We hope to join you in Berlin for a first-hand experience of Electionville and to talk to you about how games can unleash creativity in bureaucracy.
And don't forget to vote for us if you want to try Electionville. Thank you.